Game 3, 2-0. Not looking good for GenG based on their early game. For the bans, Alistar's gone, which is interesting. Yone Jace. Rumble's off the table, Gwen's off the table, Scion's off the table. So Mbessa enters the fold. Nidalee's still banned. We'll see how they prioritize it. Nico first pick. So Karma's also gone. Nautilus is also dead. There's not... I guess you're playing Leona, a Leona lane into Nico. I'm not sure what else there really is off the top of my head. I guess you could play... I mean, but Sivir's not actually good into Nico. They just raw dogs. Dude, they just raw dogged Jax, Sejuani. And so the first thought in my head is like, okay, so am I just going to play... Because I don't know if I don't want to play Pantheon into Jax. If Fury's like okay, but not phenomenal, am I just going to play Maokai and I'm going to roll Maokai Trist, Maokai Corki? Yeah, the Maokai seems very obvious. Like, for sure you're finishing that out. Ooh, or Skarner. Me, you could play Skarner. I kind of prefer the Maokai, but sure, we can do Skarner. And what? Kaisa Nico. I guess, sure. I guess I kind of have to complete it. I mean... If it was Maokai, for sure they had to do like Trist or Corki. Maybe they didn't want to do that as well, just because it would put them in a spot where it's Jax, and Jax would get a lot more value, especially into those kinds of picks. But sure, I'm okay with this. And I don't know if there's really any dual lane or AD pick that they really just want to slam here. Like, they could do Senna, but like, you do Senna with Nautilus banned, and it doesn't really look that good. I'd rather just complete my mid. You can't just blind Sylas, though, either. Like, Sylas would be good for them, but like, you can't just blind it. So, maybe they just go... They ban Victor. It's kind of awkward. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so they are just gonna do it. That's so funny. Because I'm thinking to myself, like Sylas is like the most obvious thing. Like, Skarner and Nico R's are not bad, but you are blinding Sylas. Like, you are just gonna blind Sylas. So what do they need banned for blind Sylas? I mean... Yeah, Trist is probably a little rough. If they want to do that. Aurora can be really rough. Maybe you ban Aurora. Also, is there other picks that they want to ban? I mean, like, is there something for Jax that they need banned? Renekton? Renekton is probably one. That just might be it. I don't know if he actually needs anything else besides that. Unless Mbessa... Actually, Mbessa can be very obnoxious, so... Yeah, I mean, they could double ban tops. There's Renekton. They're just banning, like annoying bot lanes, so... Severus, Jhin, Ezreal. MF? Maybe they ban MF. And... Because, like, they're obviously going to play hard on the solo lanes. So, like, they need to get rid of champions that kind of just negate or chill out. Technically, Sivir it is annoying. To be honest, Sivir is actually annoying. But we'll see if that's, like, something they're thinking of or not. Rakan. XR? XR is okay. Yeah, I mean, Rakan is a very, very good pick. That was probably the right thing to do. Rom. So they're... Huh. I mean, I can see how Galio's annoying, but... I don't know. I mean, Silas could still win versus it later on. It's just like, it's annoying in the beginning of the game. Poor Few. And there's the Aurora. I'm just saying, personally, for me, I understand why you banned Galio, but this pick here is really rough for Silas. Like, it is not a fun matchup whatsoever. At least the Galio, you can, like, manage it, but this is really rough. This is a killer pick, though. I don't know why I wasn't thinking of the Cassante, because it's just, like, not picked that often, but that's really good. Yeah, that's a really, really good... I mean, this is, like, almost like a GG pick. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't think about it, and, like, this might actually just be a GG pick. Straight up. So they're gonna take Leona, right? Surely? Yeah, it is interesting that they chose to ban Braum over Leo, because, like, Braum is, like, absolutely useless. Like, I do not give a shit about that pick at all. So I think that was a bad ban. I think the Leo ban would have been better. And now they actually have a way to play in the bot.
Looking for the 5 gamer, and we already talked about it. HLE is so good in game 5, but they've already gotten more done in the first couple games. Hard to see GenG, but they do make it to game 5. I think that one. The amount of confidence they have on the back these first 2 wins, and then the top side security champions, which scream confidence these players on these picks. They're in such a good position right now. Really fun GenG. Time to step up and show that they deserve to get inside defend the title they hold. They gotta do it right here, right now. It's top order for game number 3. Still back here. It's not a good game, so many people come down to see who our first team for the LCK will be. And we all assume that just be get that roll going with the 18-0 from the regular season. Instead, Home Life Esports have announced Ghana, we're their team when it comes to big, clutch, best of fives. And they've already proven it here. The only way they can really garner reputation is if they lose swing row. And that's going to be really difficult for them the way they're playing right now. There's a certain element of, we discussed very early, extremely dominant teams, but forgetting
So those, they're both pathing into bot. So they're trying to prioritize to make sure that Nico doesn't, like, take over the lane, or, like, win out. Like I said, we're gonna see how this mid matchup goes, but it's like, it's not gonna be fun. I already know that. It's not gonna be fun. They know Seju's pathing into bot, and so does the other team because they had a ward on blue, right? So, like, both teams know the control picks are going into bot. Whoever's priority in bot probably gets the crab. In this case, Silas is, like, getting kind of shit on, so we're gonna see if Skarner can do it. Skarner's, like, very late to it because he did Raptor Scruggs. So he's a bit delayed, so he's like, okay, I'm just gonna do the top crab. Well played on the dive. I mean, they knew this would happen, right? Like, once Sejuani realizes, like, Skarner's not popping around, like, even if she ran into him here, like, who cares? And so, good dive. HLE, again, getting up there. For Canyon, he prioritized himself. He didn't prioritize what could happen to his team. And that's just Canyon's story. And the way that style only works, by the way, is because your team is, like, your players are good. Like, you have to really just trust, like, they're gonna rebound and do the right thing, and that's basically it. The swap is, like, fantastic, and it's something that HLE probably should have been set, like, ready for, because if you think about it, it's Cassante, and Cassante is not TP top yet. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's like, should have read it, should have seen it, we didn't, and now they have good offset lanes, which, yeah, like, they're gonna drop the drag. I mean, for sure the drag is wide open for Peanut to do. Actually, no, I said the dragon's wide open for him to do, but the Leo is playing around mid, and she's going up top to help with the 2v2. But personally, I feel like since you're late to this swap, the Leo should stay on bot. Oh, dude. He doesn't have TP. And, like, he has the base anyways. And it's not like they're gonna lane 2v2 anyways, either. It's just a waste of time. Like, they don't do anything together. This is like, really critical to their game. Because by not matching, Jax can't TP. I think, okay, one, Jax can't TP. Like, did they see him TP? I mean, they literally see him TP. Like, Zeus, like, hard greaves this. So this is how you fix this. One, he does not TP. He walks. he stays around bot side. Seju comes over. You know, I don't know. Maybe Leo has to go through top and pink or something. Like maybe he needs a pink for him or something so he can see. But they should get the drag for doing this no matter what. And Leo should be down there and they should help the Corki try to offset this and get a base to swap top. Like they kind of need to do that. Especially if the Corki's already heading bot, you know, like because at this point, like the Corki was already on bot lane. Like he's already like heading down here. And like yeah, he could go straight top. And I guess maybe they should still just send Corki top even after the fact. Like you're gonna be really late, but actually it's okay. I think I know what I want to do. Save the TP. Jax soaks whatever he can. He may die, so be it. Take the dragon off the enemy team. So get a dragon. Jax TP's back top. And then figure it out from there. Or like, Jax doesn't even have TP back top. You just have to play out. You just need to find the right assignments using Jax TP. So now they swap, but of course Jax is dropping because he doesn't have TP, can't TP bot. And now these guys can basically swap bot and gain tempo on them again. As you can tell, that's what they're doing. So now they're already progressing on bot. They're gonna have control. The Skarner's gonna pan down, just like the Seju. And then they can play for the drag when that happens. Interesting enough, the Skarner opts to not complete going into bot because it looks like the Corki opted to they're contesting him pretty hard. But it might just because of the solo XP diff because Corki has more solo XP than Kai'Sa. But the Skarner definitely could have done Raptors and used the mid play to walk in and fight for the drag, which I feel like is a better situation for them because the Aurora is a lot stronger, but they take the full grubs. They push them off mid and use the Aurora to escape, but not really getting any benefit versus the Corki for doing that. No flash is burned. So it's just like they just didn't want to fight them. Ooh, what the fuck? Oh my god.
Think that maybe he could have fished for the flash there, but decides not to commit. Still holds his ultimate here. There's no objective for it. And Chovy's again. Second flash, no ult stolen, and he's just a sitting duck. Nowhere for him to run.
Wow. Yeah, I want to be honest. They definitely should have banned Aurora. They should have banned Aurora. Yeah, this would never be the CS difference with against Galio. Never. Never, 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 never. Swap was very, very important too, with Zeus making an error in it. Well, we got a little bit of a change up in terms of where the lane's going to go. Just really slows him, at least, and that's cleanse out just to see. Kai'Sa not necessarily enough. Every time this lane, the Lures are far behind on farm, like the other lanes on Qualifier, so he's been able to throw up this lane very nicely, and he will be a nice once he gets 2 free items, especially. That is the way that Kai'Sa works. Potential fight down here, obviously, I definitely favor GenG right now. 2 point control, flash, hold the row. I like need to be super respectful. No dragon up just yet, but the fact that they either back away from the circle, vision control here too, the side of GenG is Peanut's kind of no man's land. It's also important to note that, like, Peanut, when he was in these situations, Peanut was like, they did their mid look and they got Aurora, right? They used some CDs doing that, and they kind of overstayed around mid, so like he has to go back doing his camps. And since Canyon is just like he just kind of does his cycles, you know, if you fuck up your plays when you're doing while Canyon's doing his cycle, then Canyon naturally has a play post his cycle, which you just can't cover because like you have to finish out your camps. So in this scenario, Chovy's on bot. They wrap all the way around because they don't really like have a good pull into these guys. Personally, the way this works is Nico should be being here. Like Nico should be on the flank behind them, and then when they walk around, Nico will approach, and they're fucked. Honestly, like it's like they would have to go forward instantly and try to win. But then Nico's like in your face. And of course, if you run into the Skarner, like, yeah, he's gonna Skarner you. And the Kai'Sa's just gonna kite with them with her.
HLE looking at the angle.
So I don't really like that they stack together. This gives Silas a lot of power.
So they're gonna throw an ult in onto Duro, but he is totally fine.
What the fuck? Okay, I think I'm pretty sure Zeka just hard grieved this fight, by the way. Like, also he's TPing really early. So wow, I really love that by King. Damn, I really like that by King. He did it so early. Like, he did it almost... Because obviously he's doing it before the Sedge was even initiating. So, like, he's, like, ready. Like, he's the second he sees even a little movement going forward, he's in. So that was really well played by King, actually. But if you're Zeka, you know, I feel like if I'm Zeka, this is the timer to go. Like, personally, when you know that they're walking long, I'm going.
Again, Zeka, I don't think he even finished the rod, which will be his...
I think he's also not sure if this is the right... Oh, they do know it's him.
I don't think he even finished the rod, which will be his...
He should go. Like, the Nico's are actually dead, by the way. If he just, like, committed his R in, the Nico's dead. And the Light will then just have to flash or do some kind of play. What the fuck? That's crazy, man. They actually should have won that fight. Like, or at least HLE should have been, like, it should have looked more winning than what it was. Than how it turned out. But Zeka just, like, was too scared. Like, way too scared. And then he still goes in and dies. The game's over now. Like, no offense, but the game is over because they're playing a comp that, like, has to skirmish and win. Like, we're playing Jax and Silas. Like, you must do shit with these champs, or you're gonna collapse. And I mean, cool, we did get a pick on Nico. We did get a pick on Duro. I don't know what's really going on here. This is really weird. Like, one, if I'm Nico, I see Leona here. My Skarner wants to finish the Herald. He doesn't want to fight. So, of course, Duro's just, like, inting. So, like, Duro's just inting, just killing himself. Cool. Whatever. The Silas TPs. We're getting the hell out of here. Now they feel like they need to commit. Cassante is going through mid first. But that's it. Like, you just need to defend top, and that's it. Like, don't fight in their jungle. It's really awkward to fight in their jungle. You go in. Fuck me. This guy bought so much time.
Now he's got double buff, and he will be looking to follow up on this one. But HLE making this a very close fight for this part.
Yeah, I mean, the Silas pulled him a little bit, but that was actually a very advantageous fight for HLE to have in the end, and it was a very obvious fight that GenG should not take, but they took it anyways, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they took it. This is a hilarious build by Chovy. Like, the amp damage does work the way it works, but yeah. Also, keep in mind, if you look what's happening mid, they're doing this TP play, but they're first through mid. So the dual lane's gonna show up first, and Chovy's actually pretty tanky.
Who is going to collect the pinata is the only question. They're going on in Aurora. Now, who is going to collect the...
And if you think about it, there's a real world that Chovy could have...
There's so much money in...
Chovy could buy a lot more time, by the way, in this situation. He definitely could.
There's so much money in this Aurora.
If I'm Cassante,
There is so much
like, do you notice the TP? Like, notice it's a bad play now. Cassante probably should TP, like, now. He's a little late. This time, like, Keen's a little late on it. And they lost a lot of HP for committing onto Aurora.
ensuing fight is not looking too good for the side of Hanwha. Zeka trying to get away, and a missed sneak.
They only get one, so this play is actually not that good for GenG. Like, maybe if they could have gone, like, 2, 3, they would have been a lot better, but they didn't. Oh. They kind of just reverse inted it. Oh. Well. That sucks. That sucks.
But now GenG 6,000 gold at this point. And don't talk about Chovy being super fed. Ruler got a gold back of that, and this guy's extremely strong.
Yeah, just because it's like, you gotta wait this chance to use. Like, there's got a ton of money from the Aurora, but I don't know if he can do it by himself. Like, I feel like Sunday does a pretty good job of neutralizing the Jackson team fights at least, and they have cover advantage, so the second the counter strike is down, the Jackson's actually quite horrible. Even he is very fed, so I don't know, here for Life, like, it felt like we were a little bit light at the top, but then, as we just saw, they kind of immediately grew back, so very much worried for their chances.
I will say that right now my running MVP for this game is 100% Canyon. Like, don't get me wrong, Chovy will be listed on there as well if this game goes through like a win. But man, Canyon's definitely been on the right side of like the timing for the plays going into this. I gotta slow down. So we got our beefy boys in front, which is good. If you remember like the last game when they had Sion, he needed to be here. Like he had to be in this area, so it was hard for them to enter. So we got a good start. Okay, this is a good start.
And it's 4 melee on HLE, so they're just gonna proc so much heal.
Now we have DPS who can fight.
So confident now. They're starting up the
Initiate, messing with him. Personally, like looking at this, like Ruler has both sums. I kind of would like Keen being a little bit more in front of the guys on the right, but I know he's trying to stack for Q3, and so he does have Q3. But like Ruler moved to the left. I still prefer if Ruler was on the right, so they can actually like hit. Because like if Ruler's hitting, like he can bait the shit out of Delight with just cleanse, and if Delight goes in, he's dead. So I think Ruler is like kind of in a bad spot, like for just hoping the team. And they just do a 50-50. These guys get 3-man Zeka Nico are, but he should have known it was an int, because like he's just waiting for these guys to walk in. Once they walk in, then he goes in. But he doesn't do anything else. He just sits here. So he actually overextended and he ended himself. The Jax has an insane flank. So if you notice the situation, it's like if they walk forward, if they walk backwards, then like once Ruler walks backwards with Zeka, then Zeka just goes here. He doesn't go on them. He just or he could just wait here. But this fight is a GG. They're fucked GenG situation. Like GenG is screwed. They're dead. 100% they're dead. Unless for some odd reason Keen is just like a monster and he just like buys a billion seconds, right? But watch. Because look, Core can get full hit. He can't. The Jax can go in. This is so unneeded. Look at this. Look at this. It's a 4v2. It's a 4v2. If they go forward, they get pounced. So just wait. Zeka just has to wait. That's it. The only person who's fucking up this fight is Zeka. And he goes in. And so, in the end of the day, Keen is able to buy time. You know? Keen does buy time, Canyon does get out. But like, imagine if when Canyon is trying to get out, then he goes. And then everyone follows. Also, I don't know why Viper is running up. Just run forward. I don't know why, like he like even W's this, like I don't get it. What is he doing? Like he just used E, just to full hit them. I don't understand what he's doing. Like Viper's actually also griefing this by just like not hitting them. Like did he think this was enemy Nico? I mean, I know Nico has flash, right? So maybe like he's trying to preemptively like avoid it, but I think he just needs to hit it in with confidence and trust Zeka's gonna do the right thing. They don't, so Zeka just dies. And then if you look how this carries out, now Delight is the next target.
Chovy now taking a bunch from the front line as he will go down, but now look at Ruler, he's totally unleashed, nobody can take him down. As Zeus Viper trying to go in.
1 for 1. It shouldn't turn out that way. They got aced. They shouldn't get aced. He literally should not get aced.
instead of the fight, and they gave him the opportunity. Zach actually lost so much space with both, making those top all, getting the build off of it. It's with the fight so incredibly well here. But Zeus, and he does so much work in these final moments. And I know strike as well. Watch this. Gets through all three of them.
I know obviously GenG got 5 kills, but they had such a goal lead. Yeah, I agree. It's a big win for HLE. They should, like, GenG let them get away with crazy things considering how far ahead they are. And it's 2-0 in the series in HLE. You cannot be giving them this much space.
Yeah, they have a massive lead, but longer the game goes on, and 6,000, it's still large. GenG are still in charge, but it feels like they're not. You look at the team fights, it's like, already squeezing out the tank. GenG are struggling so much. It's a big game that you're GenG fan. You're feeling insanely stressed out because you know that you should win this. What was the game implications for the rest of the series? You gotta somehow hold in your plane this close. But what if you couldn't lose this game? But one throw comes through, one fight comes over, suddenly second comes over. He's still ahead of his run. Has no second in this game. He's still not even really a champion. He's still pretty exactly. That's he's the pro, right? He is, you know. But you know, if you look at this, you're thinking, I want you to do the first seed, I want to get the reverse sweep. This isn't necessarily the performance you're looking for what has happened out here, but the game's 4 and 5 to get that done.
I think Zach just build rocket belt and accept his goal in this game.
Just build their builds, and then you know, it'll feel like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Zach did get that final mark up there on the Ravitas, so he was able to hit level 14. I mean, they got also. Yeah, he's come back a little bit. Joey, okay, just gonna run in the south here. As he also gonna hit, and I think the follow up, but that is still Aurora. They go after the Aurora.
He's just so tanky, man. He's just so tanky.
Yeah, Baron not up yet, and they're going to get a position to do anyway, but GenG finally going to take the game. They did off the game for them. I think this game should be unlosable. I think we're all just going, alright, what if? Yeah, I don't expect it. This game should be over and done for a long time for GenG. I think that's why we feel so hesitant about it, because HLE are making it feel uncomfortable for the effective GenG, especially considering like GenG needs to win 3 in a row.
Also, whenever GenG has a lead, they're like probably the most obnoxious team to ever verse if they have a lead, because they don't make as many mistakes, they're good at locking things down and just progressing, and then when you slip up, they just kill you. And like that's just it. Like you just feel like you can't do anything. Like that's GenG. But when GenG doesn't have a lead, yeah, obviously things are a lot harder. But like look at this. Like these guys are like, okay, we want to move forward and progress, right? Silas has TP. The whole time Duro's just like chilling out, waiting. And then once they just kind of like overstep, they think they might have something dead. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I don't think this changes at all for me. So Canyon, Chovy, like really good. Like really, again, very, very good game by Chovy, but excellent game by Canyon. Like really, he did. I mean, he for the most part, outside the one situation where I'm like, I mean, he kind of left your team to just die on the like on a dive bot because you couldn't get the crab, which kind of sucks. But I mean, outside of that, like he really was just on it. The worst player, unfortunately, is definitely Zeka. Like he fucked up big time this game, big time. It's not even Peanut's fault. Like it's definitely Zeka's fault for like the majority of the shit that happened in this game. So that was interesting. I mean, this was like, it's interesting to see that when I feel like HLE have an early game lead and they try to close out, it's not nearly as clean as GenG. So like they really need to make sure they get these early game leads, because when they don't even have it, it's not great. There's a little bit of a difference.